Welcome back, guys. This is Gaming with Austin, and today we're on episode 37 of Pyramid City. Before I get started on going through the floor building process, Sparge, you're just racist. Let me tell you, Sparge, I've been vegetarian since 12th grade, and I'm not malnourished. I've been vegan since I was almost 19 years old. Yet, I'm not malnourished, Sparge. Sparge, you need to stop lying to your fans about the so-called dangers of veganism, you racist piece of shit. Sparge, how about we go on a debate whether or not a vegan diet is good for us? How about we go on a debate? If we do the debate, let's hope I win. Because studies have shown that a diet that is absent, in which cholesterol is absent in your diet, can save your life. Studies have shown that when your diet is absent in almost completely cholesterol absent, which means almost no cholesterol whatsoever, you'll end up living longer. You're less likely to suffer heart attacks. Unlike you, racist piece of shit, who eats nothing but raw meat. I was almost sent to a mental institution for anorexia. Based on my experience, Sparge, you definitely belong in a mental institution. Just doubled. That one's not finished. Gotta fix that. Good thing you're embracing veganism, Gordon Ramsay. Because at one point, you tricked a vegetarian into eating steak. That's the worst thing you've done to a vegetarian. I have to admit, vegetarians and vegans alike might miss out on the flavor of meat, but that's okay. They'll be able to get used to living without the flavor of meat. Ferret is one of those weirdos on the internet that gets high off of rotten meat. He's one of those weirdos on the internet that gets high off of rotten meat. It's kind of disgusting. That you're one of those crazies on the internet that gets high off of rotten meat. Cooking made us human. You get more nutrition from cooked food. Unless you're a cat. You're not a cat, Sparrow. You're a human like everyone else. Yet you decide to live like a cat. After thinking it was a good idea to kill and eat people when you were locked up in a mental institution. After you've been locked up. You're that crazy guy who gets high off of rotten meat. How would you like it if you saw vegans get high off of rotten tofu? Sparrow. How'd you like it if vegans started getting high off of rotten tofu? I used to follow a carnivore diet. It sucked pretty bad. Not only from a health standpoint, but also an ethical standpoint. Now I'm sticking to a vegan diet. I'd rather follow a vegan diet than a carnivore diet. Because it's a lot healthier. Believe it or not, Oreos are actually healthier than a hunk of meat. Why? No cholesterol. Even if it has less protein, like, from a cholesterol point of view, Oreos are much healthier. In fact, they're one of the healthiest junk foods out there. Because it doesn't have any cholesterol. And it's vegan. All you Sparage would probably call Oreos the least healthy food out there. There may be some truth to that. Oreos are one of the healthiest junk foods out there in the cholesterol department. Because most junk foods do have cholesterol. Because most junk foods use dairy and or eggs. Oreos don't use any of those. Even the cream filling does not have milk in it. Even the cream filling is vegan. Even the cream filling's vegan. The chocolate part of the Oreo sandwich cookie is vegan too. It's a good thing I'm following a vegan diet. Because heart problems run the family. Run my family. Sparage eats meat, but does not have much meat on his body. He's the only guy to ever fail a Rorschach test. That's how crazy he is. He doesn't even understand the concept of gravity. That's how crazy his flat Earth theory is. His anti-vegan activity is even worse than my uncle. My mom's brother. And he feels that it's okay to include human flesh in the diet. That is cannibalism. You could develop a form of mad cow disease called Kuru from eating human flesh. You're just a crazy weirdo, Sparage. You're just a crazy weirdo, Sparage. You're just a crazy weirdo. How about you try to fight me in a cage? Because I know you're into MMA in self-defense. How about we go into an undisclosed part of Soda City, so we could fight each other in a cage to prove to you that I'm the stronger person, Sverage. But you won't do that. Mainly because you're jealous of vegans that are bigger and stronger than you. You don't know, I'd beat your ass, Sverage. I'd beat your ass. You're not the only anti-vegan out there. There are people just like you, who are trying to promote their anti-vegan views, like Frank Tufano. He's not as crazy as you, Sverage. Because unlike Tufano, unlike you, Sverage, Tufano's not a cannibal. Unlike you, Sverage. Bobby's perspective claims that is another anti-vegan. He claims that veganism caused him to waste away, when in fact, he had an eating disorder. To be honest, veganism, let me tell you something, Sverage, Tufano, in Bobby's perspective, veganism did not cause me to become emaciated. Anorexia did. Like, I was struggling. And I'm in the stage in which I'm in a caloric surplus now, in which I'm really recovering from anorexia. Which I am truly recovering from anorexia now. I'm still following a vegan diet. Sverage, you like to deny the facts about veganism, claiming that eating meat's better for you because of cholesterol. You're just wrong, Sverage. You're so fucking wrong. FDA, you're wrong too. About cholesterol. It's not cholesterol is not only found in animal flesh, in milk and eggs. You can actually find cholesterol in vegetables too, albeit in smaller amounts. Much smaller amounts. Maybe if we stick to a vegan diet, like as a species, heart disease deaths would drop. And heart problems become easier to control on a vegan diet. Because you're consuming far less cholesterol on a vegan diet than you are on a regular Western diet. based on what you're eating, Sverge, what you've been eating for such a long period of time, what you only eat, you're at a greater risk of scurvy. If you don't want to lose your teeth, eat some fruits. Sverge thinks eating raw meat is a good idea. It's not healthy to eat raw meat. It's very unhealthy. Because there are cases of Salmonella and E. coli, as well as Listeria and Legionnaire's disease. How can you prevent E. coli? The best way to prevent it... Wash your hands after handling raw food. Not in the toilet, but in the sink. In about 11 months, the 2020 Olympics would be held. Will be held in Tokyo. The real epitome of malnutrition, Sparage, is the diet that you follow. Animals would not be, even though no other animal cooks our food, they wouldn't deliberately try to. You would never see monkeys trying to damage their eyesight, as well as our closest relative, the chimpanzee. You'd never see them deliberately damaging their eyesight. You'd never see monkeys damage their eyesight intentionally. You're just a crazy weirdo, Sparage. If we go into a fight, Sparage, I'd beat your ass. I might join forces with vegan gains, Sparage. He's one of those crazies on the internet that promotes a raw meat diet. You think eating months-old rotten meat is a good idea, Sparage? Think again. People actually died eating rotten meat. People actually died from health problems associated with raw meat. This should be it for this video. Stay tuned for the next episode. As always, keep making some gains, and choose.